Pops,
That would be me.
we've got an interesting video here. We're going to go through the LEASEHACKR.
Excuse me?
LEASEHACKR Calculator.
LEASEHACKR.
Yeah, but go back to our website too, yourautoadvocate.com. No, we get a lot of people asking us questions.
Yeah.
LEASEHACKR is a really cool website, a really neat community as well. Lots of brokers on LEASEHACKR that offer services, but they also have this calculator that can help you understand what your lease payment should be.
Okay.
Emphasis on should.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was thinking
Let's do a mini. Let's say something that maybe I'm familiar with in a state in which I might be familiar with leases.
Perfect. Okay, so let's do this. So the way that the calculator works, you choose a vehicle, or you choose a make.
A mini.
MSRP, what do you think? Like a nice mini, a $40,000 mini?
Let's do a $42,345 mini.
Selling price?
Was about $32,000 because, well, I know some people.
Okay, so you got 24% off MSRP.
Yeah, I did.
And
because I know some.
And you can see over here on the right, it's going to update.
Yes.
Okay, so how many months did you lease for?
I did 36.
12,000 miles? No,
10.
you did 10. So again, you can see these update.
Yeah.
Residual value. Do you remember what
Did they ask for a state?
Yeah, down at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Because that's going to impact everything.
Oh, no, they don't. They just asked about tax-related things. So we're going to go 60. Let's go with 61%.
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember what the money factor was?
I don't, but let's say it was 0.00121.
I like that. 2.9%. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Multiple security deposits. Did you put down multiple? Okay.
No.
Acquisition fee. Waived.
It was waived in my case.
So waive the acquisition fee by raising the money factor?
No, it was just waived.
Okay, so what we'll end up doing...
don't worry about it.
Yeah, one pay lease, no.
No.
Down
Did you
payment.
see how they lower the money factor
If you do a one pay lease, you
Yeah,
lower
because
the
they
money
get all
factor.
their money up front and there's less risk for the bank.
No down payment.
No.
Taxed incentives. So this would be cashback offers, loyalty cash, bonus cash.
I don't know.
Untaxed incentives, that would be if you're in a state where those are not taxed.
Yeah.
And manufactured dealer cash
Zero
rebate.
drive-off.
Zero drive-off. Capitalized taxes. Roll
Yeah.
upfront taxes into monthly payments.
Yes, because in the state of Maryland,
You capitalize your taxes.
the taxes, you have to pay the full taxes on the selling price of the vehicle, and it's rolled into the lease.
So for someone that's using this calculator, this is important to know. You need to know in your state
Yes.
whether, and I guess a reliable place to look that up would be Google searching lease taxes
Yes.
in my state.
Yes.
Acquisition fee.
Okay, 925.
But it was zero for you.
It was zero for me.
And you can see they say mini financial services acquisition fee is $925.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but for me it was zero. Because if you're an employee, they waive it.
Gotcha. Dealer fees probably would have been $299.
It was $299 back then.
Did you pay them up front?
No, I rolled everything into the lease.
So uncheck that.
Yeah.
You can see what it does. Total lease cost $10,150.
Yeah.
$10,161.
Yeah.
Government fees probably was somewhere around there.
No, it's 6% in Maryland. Oh, government fees?
Yeah, government.
It was like $200. It's $138 for registration.
And you rolled that into the lease as well.
Everything.
So you can see the lease cost going up just a little bit.
6%.
Tax rate 6% on leases in Maryland.
Yes.
Lease cost going down.
Taxes levied up front.
On the monthly lease payment, up front on the total lease payments.
Yes.
Interesting. So they say that's in New York, New Jersey, Minnesota,
Taxes
Oh.
levied up front on the selling price.
There you go. Fees are not taxed. Example, Virginia and Maryland. This is a pretty good calculator.
Yeah, so far. I'm
Post-sales,
impressed.
Post-sales rebate, government clean vehicle rebates, BMW CCA rebates.
I didn't have any post-sale rebates.
What is BMW CCA rebates, do you know?
I don't know.
But this would be something like a government grant if you're leasing like a Chevy Bolt or something like that in California.
Maybe if it's a hybrid.
Something like that. Yeah. They say your monthly payment is $312.
Yeah, mine's $380, but yeah.
Due at signing
Yeah.
was $312. Your disposition fee was so let's break this down really quick. So your actual payment's $380.
Yeah.
What do you think we're missing here? Because a lot of people, Dad, email in and they say, hey, LeaseHackr says that my payment should be lower than what the dealer's quoting me.
They're missing something.
So let's see.
So, okay, let's say my selling price was $34,000, because I don't really remember.
So you think that's more
pretty accurate.
And then they have this score concept, the number of years it would take for the effective monthly payments to accumulate to the MSRP amount. The higher the score, the better deal.
How's my score?
9.9. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
But you could see if you had gotten it at
32,000, it would be, whoa. Yeah, but I probably got it at about 34. I probably got about 8,000 off.
Do you think that this type of calculator data is useful for someone to look at before they go into the dealership, or do you think it confuses people or muddies the
I
water?
think it confuses people because they don't know enough about leases to understand how they're calculated. This will do the calculations for you, but it doesn't explain anything to you.
So why don't we take a brief moment? Can you explain the three pieces that make up a lease payment?
Well, if the selling price was $34,000, and so the residual value, it doesn't tell you what the residual value is, it just tells you what the percentage is. So the residual value is 25.
So it does tell you.
Yep. Okay. So you would take the $34,000, and in most cases there would be an acquisition fee.
Yep.
In my case, there wasn't because I was an employee. So you would normally take the selling price plus the acquisition fee, if you're in Maryland, plus all the state fees, and you'd add that all together, and then you would subtract from that the residual value of $25,830. What that balance is would then be, that's the depreciation, and that would then be divided by the term of the lease, 36 months. So you'll get your monthly depreciation amount.
Is the value that you just mentioned, is that called the capitalized cost?
It would be.
So the capitalized cost is essentially the OTD price on a lease.
Yes.
And OTD is out the door price.
Yes.
Sorry, didn't mean to use an acronym.
Less the residual value leaves
equals your depreciation
divided by the term.
Number of months.
Yes. That gives you your monthly depreciation.
That's input number one for a lease payment.
Input number two is to figure out your monthly finance charge. So the way you do that is you take your capitalized cost plus your residual value, you add those together, and you times them by 0.00121 if that's the money factor.
Whatever the money factor is.
And that gives you your effective interest charge on the lease. So you add the monthly depreciation and the effective interest charge, and that becomes your payment. Now, if you are in a state where the payment is taxed on a monthly basis, you would take your monthly interest charge plus your monthly depreciation charge. You'd add those together, and then you would times that by whatever the tax rate is for your state, and you would get your monthly tax amount that would then be added to your base payment, which would give you your total payment.
Let us know in the comments down below. Do you want us to create a lease calculator and it will have like my dad on the side being like, this is what this means? Honestly, it's kind of like what we already have on the website, but for a lease calculator, because what you just explained makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know that and you're just looking at this, I'm certain you're going to end up, I mean, I would have inputted data wrong here. I definitely would have.
Yeah, in most cases, people probably would. And like I said, I've worked with salespeople that have been salespeople for 10 years that couldn't explain how you calculate a lease. So
that's not good.
But it gives you some idea, and apparently it's pretty close to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for walking us through that, Dad. I'm excited to see what reaction we get to this video and if we should be creating something ourselves.
And if it's miserable, well, then we'll just, we won't do this one again.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.